Hi guys, this is Katja with Creators Image Studio. Finally guys, it is time for a new mini album. I finally did it. It took me a long time to design this, mostly because I haven't had the creative juices flowing as fast as previous years due to, the isolation, blah blah blah, won't bore you with that. Anyway, this is my new design and I'm calling it a faux paper bag mini album, and I will explain to you why that is when I'm showing you this up close. And the paper that I use is this one. It is from AliExpress, so it is also kind of a product test, but I'm not mentioning much about it except that it's fun to work with. I like these colors, but you can of course choose your own if you choose to make your own album with a tutorial that I will tell you more about at the end of this video. So let's look at the album. Alright, so let's look at this up close. We have the front. I always, well not always, but mostly I keep them kind of simple, kind of flat, because I want them to stand in my bookcase. These are two decorative brads, and this is a decorative brad actually as well, so it's through the paper. And this is a paper butterfly, sort of a die cut that I bought somewhere to fit the paper. And speaking of the paper, let's look at that somewhat up close as well. Like I said, I bought this on AliExpress, and I have to say it is very nice and it's very well workable. And as far as I can tell, this is not a dupe for a brand, and it comes with 18 designs and then 2 each. It's single-sided, and most importantly and most uniquely for me, it's that it is 7 by 7 inches. Also, it comes with these die cuts here. This does remind me of Kaisercraft. They also do these kinds of die cuts, so maybe it is actually a Kaisercraft dupe. So let me know in the comments if you know if that is so. Okay, enough about the paper. So this is the front of the album, and now look at what I did here, guys. I am very proud of it, and you may say, well, I don't see anything very special, but this was a full black book muslin, and I turned it into a metallic vintage gold, and I also did a black pattern here, very vague, and I think myself it is a quite vintage looking pattern to match this whole theme. So I'm very proud of this. If you wanted me to do a video tutorial on this, let me know in the comment section, because I can show you how it's done. And then this is the bag. Well, nothing much to see there. So let's open up the album. Okay, so the theme overall for me in this album is pop-ups, and it's not on every page, but this album contains 3 pop-ups or fold-outs, dimensional pieces, and the first one you see here. So you open it up, it's a magnetized closure, and then you can open it up like this. Now this is of course not a particularly new design, but I haven't seen it much in mini albums. And you could of course use it to create nice picture frames here. So that was the first dimensional piece. Now let's first go to the inside front cover here. There's a belly band here, and then there's a pocket actually, and I call this a slit pocket. So there's a cut here that I did, and then here is room for pictures. Now I used simple printer paper here just as a way to offer a template for your pictures. So suppose this album is purchased, or maybe I will give it away, then the person simply can pull this out, because I use repositional tape, and use it as a photo template. So place this white piece on the back of your paper, trace around it with a pencil or a pen, and then cut with your scissors, and you will have the perfect size. Because not everyone that gets their hands on these albums is an actual paper crafter. Not everyone has a paper trimmer or knows how to take measurements. So this is meant as kind of a service for them. Now the front of this flap, otherwise it would be open like this, so I tuck it behind the belly band. Now, the reason that I also call this a faux paperback mini album is I made my own paper bags, as it were, so each page is a pocket actually, but in a different way than I would normally do my pocket pages, with a hidden hinge binding system. But this is not a hidden hinge binding system, so the entire album is inspired by paperback albums and the way you bind those particular paperback pages. So that is why I'm calling it a faux paperback mini album. So here is the photo mat that goes into each page, and I did a example. So again, here with the repositional tape, and this is the same for almost every page. So I won't get them out in every page. Now here we first have sort of a layout page. It's nice to look at, pleasing to the eyes. This is one of the die cuts that I took from the paper pad. I added some brads here, and you can use this to write a piece of journaling here, or to do a nice sentiment stamp, or place a picture here, and then you will have a picture frame. And here I did a lace envelope, so I used a particular die for that, also by AliExpress, so I cannot tell you the brand because it's brandless. But just look on AliExpress for these kinds of dies, and you will find, well, dozens of them. And I put a little photo mat inside it, again with the photo template that can be used on both sides. And this little tab here I adhered with repositional tape as well. So you can actually remove the entire tab, place your pictures, and then glue the tab on it with actual glue. You always have to be careful with these lace envelopes, but it looks fantastic. All right, so like in every paperback mini album, there are a lot of flaps in this album because that is the way these paperback mini albums look. So I did two. So let's see, it doesn't even fit into frame. So let's start on the left. So I did a die cut well, photo frame here, and this black piece in the middle, you can take it out again with the repositional tape and use it as a photo template. Let's see if you can take it out here. There you go. So this is what that would look like. And then this is your photo template. A belly band here. Actually, there are two belly bands, but I forgot to tuck something behind this one. So let's see if I have another one. Let's do this one. Now I will ink this up later, but just to show you, so this is a belly band as well. So you can do a double layering here, and I did a photo mat here. So I actually die cut that onto design paper. So that would be your photo frame. And I use a nested die set to do the photo template here. And then on the other side, I inked up the edges. And then you can use this photo template to do your picture. Or alternatively, you can glue this entire thing onto your picture and then cut around it, and then your picture would fill up this entire die cut. So there is an idea for you, and I also like this design paper framing of your picture. All right, so let's look at this one. So here I die cut a photo template as well, so you know how this works by now. And then here I did with my sew ribbon punch, I weaved an actual ribbon through the paper and then matted it onto the pocket, and did two die cut photo mats here that you can use, of course, on both sides for pictures. And then, of course, the larger photo mat here that I already showed you. So again, here a nice photo frame, and here in this pocket again two tags to be used as photo mats. Let's open it up, and here you have another pop-up. Now you have actually seen me make this in my other video, which I will link up here above, and I will also link it on the end, and I will link it below in the comment section. So there is a small tutorial on YouTube on how to do this. I used a die actually for this little mechanism. And then you can see here 2 photo frame dies again with the photo templates in the middle. So you can take out these black ovals and cut your picture to fit these frames exactly. And then you can do a tiny picture here. Very cute little die. Okay, so now we are in the middle of this album and look how flat it looks. We don't have any crocodile mouth like this because this album, look here, it is completely open, and that is the binding that does that. So use my tutorial if you want to create one yourself with this binding. And here we have a belly band again to keep this flap closed. This is a larger booklet than the one in the front of the album, but the system is the same. So you tuck it into the pocket here and then tuck it beneath the or underneath the belly band to keep it all nice and tidy. Well, belly band is a theme throughout this album as well. Here is a horizontal one with a photo mat here behind it. And then I did 2 little envelopes. I used 2 Crealis dies for this one, and they also come with a die to do the little notelets. And I inked up the backs because this paper is not double-sided. And I don't like my backs to be white, so I inked up this one as well. I think this is Antique Linen by Tim Holtz, that color. You could also use old paper, the name of the color. Now here, look here, I did an entire pop-up mechanism here. So yeah, look at this. You can do a picture or 4 pictures here. You can do some journaling here. Well, you can of course decorate it however you please, as long as you keep it flat, because otherwise this will not close. So yeah, and I see that I forgot to do another tag. So let's take another one from this pad just to show you where there is a room. Let's take this one just for demonstration purposes, because I think I will eventually actually do a photo mat, but this one will do for now. Because here is a pocket on the top side of the page. How about that? That is original, don't you think? And of course here there is room for yet another picture. So this can be an actual filled up to the brim page layout. And then you will close this and it will just fold closed. Now here there is a corner pocket with a photo mat, and I did a little die cuts here, so you can jot down the date or the event of the picture. A nice brad here, and this is a die cut branch from design paper, so it's very subtle effect, not as harsh as the black. Again, a belly band to keep a booklet closed. So well, you have seen this before, but let me quickly show you. So again, a belly band, and again a little envelope. So there's another theme in this album. So we already have pop-ups, we have belly bands, and we also have envelopes. So tiny, 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 cute. And here we have a little photo fold out. So you can do 3 wallet size pictures, or you can do some stamping and write a sentiment. It's just fun. And here I did some embossing. So let me see if I can get a close-up for you. I don't know if you see this, but yes, there it is. I used some gold wax to highlight the embossed effect, and I really, really love that. This is a Kusa wax, so Kusa is the brand, and I really love it. I think they have 8 colors by now, 4 basic metallic colors and 4, let's say, jewel tones. very nice and very easy to use. If you want me to do a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments, because then I can do a video tutorial for you guys. Okay, so let's move on. We are nearing the end, and these are two basic pages again, like we saw in the front of the album. And here I did a photo frame again, so again with the photo template in the middle. And then here on the left side, one of the punch outs from the paper pad. You can use it as a journaling spot, but also as a picture frame. And look at this die cutting, guys. These are Crealis dies and I love them. And then here I did some die cutting again. I love these feather dies. I can't remember the brand actually. And here I did an oval photo template that would look nice. And usually when I actually glue down pictures, I do some stickling around the picture, but I can't do that now because you first have to have the picture. And here is a belly band again. So this is one of our themes with a photo mat. And then here is one of the butterflies, again the same that I have, well, the same set that I had on the front of this album. And I did my own antennae for the butterfly. So I used some stickles here, some nice glitter glue to actually give it antenna, I don't know. And this is double-sided, guys, so look how beautiful that is. Oh, I love it. So here again, a nice die cut picture template, and here two tags with their own photo templates in the pocket, and you can of course stick some more if you want. And then this is the final page. You can see a nice layout here on the inside back cover, again with the lovely Crealis die cutting. This is a different set of layered flowers, and here I did another of the punch out pieces from the paper pad with two brads through it and my handmade charm, and of course a photo template here. You can take this out and tuck it underneath the leaves here because they are not glued down. Same here, this is not glued down, so you can just tuck it underneath. And then finally, this show stopper here. This also is not new. I actually have done, I think, even two tutorials. No, it's one tutorial and one other video in which I show all kinds of variations of how to do this and what that looks like. But here is an example of a 7 by 7 inch paper folded into this particular fold out piece. So let's open it up. And then there you go. Wow, guys, wow. I have used this several times, like, well, as cards or in mini albums, but I keep enjoying this. And you can put your picture here, and then you would have a lovely framing. Now remember, this paper is not double-sided, so this is the actual front of the paper, and this I did myself, guys. I put some pictures in my Instagram so to show you the process, but I created this entire thing myself because this was a white back of this paper. So I did my stamping in two colors, in white here and in black, and I sprayed and well, did my thing. And I am very proud of this. I was so proud of it that I chose this to be the main side of the paper to show, because at first I just wanted to have this to have a nice back, but I changed my mind and put this as a front. So yeah. And again, if you want to know how to fold this, check out my free video tutorial. All right, and that was the mini album. And we're back. So I hope you liked this design, guys. And like I said, you can, if you want to make it yourself, you can of course use your own style, your own colors, your own paper patterns. You can even do your own mixed media, spray your own papers and then use those. So you can customize it to your heart's desire. The tutorial you will find in my Etsy shop. It is in my shop, so it's not free, guys. I can't offer you everything for free. I have a complete playlist here on YouTube with free video tutorials, so there are lots of them there. But you know, these larger projects, I put a lot of work into the tutorials and creating them as clear for you as possible with very many pictures, clear descriptions, pages and pages and pages per tutorial. In fact, they are sort of books, except they're not bound, but in many a bookstore, I think you would pay top dollar for them, even if I say so myself. So, and that is not what I'm charging you, but I am charging you a little bit for the effort. And I promise you it will be worth your while. Read all of the reviews from all of my buyers. So that is that. So let me know what you think in the comment section, if you like the design, if you like what I did here, if you want me to do a video tutorial about this, and yeah, subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time, guys, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.